Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here today, and definitely being that you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and be sure you turn on those bell notifications so you can be notified every time I upload a video, which will be on Mondays and Fridays. And in today's video, I'm just doing a summer refresh of my back porch. I had some outdoor pillows. As you can see, some of the orange ones, they were just not my style anymore, and they were getting pretty faded, and the pillows were still in pretty good condition, so I just wanted to go ahead and refresh them. And I did have some fabric here at my home, so I wanted to go ahead and use that and cover some of the pillows, and so I did that. It's a DIY. Towards the end of the video, you will have a tutorial of how I made the pillowcase. And then I just planted some flowers and did a good cleanup of my back porch. As you can see, my cement definitely was in some need of some spring cleaning. I had read on Pinterest that if you bought powder detergent and cleaned your cement with that would take out any oil stains. Those are oil stains from me. Like I would deep fry like chicken wings outside. I don't like to fry that kind of food inside our house, so I'd fry it outside, and of course sometimes it would spill over. And I did spot clean it when they first happened, but I didn't deep clean it, so that's the reason for those stains on the cement. So you can watch and see how I get those stains out later on in the video. So my friends, I found these plants that I'm planting in my bigger planters. Each of those was only $5 each, and I thought that was a really great deal. And what I like to do when I have bigger pots, or maybe I want to make more of an impact, of course I definitely want to find plants that are bigger in shape. It just makes more of an impact, and then I'll go ahead and add some smaller plants in. Usually maybe like ivy would look good. In this case I really wasn't going for that feel. I was just going for more of a tropical feel, so I just stayed with what I had and used those couple of other small plants that I had. But again, $5 for each of these plants. I know they're definitely going to grow a lot taller, you know, come the end of the summer, so definitely, you know, worth those $5. So again, you know, just I like to be budget friendly, and also not just budget friendly, but you know, I like to get something that looks nice. Even if it is only $5, I definitely like to make sure that I'm getting the best bang for my buck, and in this case I did. I really was very pleased with the end result of the way these plants came out. Okay, so what I've done here is my pillow is 18 by 18, so that means on each side it's 18 by 18. And so for the front part, I'm going to cut that exactly the same measurement, and then for the back part, I'm going to cut it 4 inches longer, because we're going to need that over, the little overfold for the back part of your pillowcase. So for the front, you're going to cut it 18 by 18. The back, you're going to cut it 18 by 22. So whatever measurement your pillow is, just know for one of the sides, you're going to add 4 more inches. And the reason being is because the type of pillowcase we're making, it's called an envelope pillowcase. And so now the back part, being that it's cut 20 or 4 inches longer, what I'm doing is I'm cutting it, I'm dividing that 22 in half. So the back part, I'm going to end up with 2 pieces that are each 11 inches. Now what I've done on just one side is I folded it over and I've sewn it just ½ inch over, because you need it to have a finished look. So what you need to do is one of the fabric pieces, which is the front, it needs to be the right side facing you. The back side, you're going to put the right side matching the front side, which right sides would be facing each other. And you're going to leave that like that. Be sure you have your finished edge in the center. And then for the other one, your other finished edge, it's going to come on top of your other pillowcase. Or it's going to come on top of your other piece of fabric, because it needs to fold over kind of like an envelope. So it's going to look like that. It's going to be longer, which is perfectly fine, and you're just going to lay it on top. And then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just match up my fabric, make sure it's all matched up. That way when I'm sewing, the fabric doesn't move. So I'm going to pin that. And when I sew, I'm just going to sew it at ½ inch, or the first, I believe it's a third is what it is on my sewing machine. So I'm going to go ahead and start sewing. And remember, whenever you start sewing and finish sewing, to always back stitch a few stitches, maybe like 2 or 3. And once I get to the corners, one thing that I do is I make sure that the fabric is just before my presser foot is going to end. And take out my needle, and I lift my presser foot. I make sure that my needle is in the fabric, and I just pivot my fabric around so I don't have to lift it up and back stitch again. Alright, so one of the things I'm also going to do is each of my corners I'm going to cut them, but you want to be careful that you don't cut into your stitch. So when you cut it, you're going to cut right above your stitch. This just helps the corners look more like corners. Just gives them a nice shape, so I'm going to do that to all 4 corners. And here's my pillow, and I'm just going to pull out one of the sides here, making sure that I'm pushing through each of the corners so they look like they should. Walking around acting like a payaso. And as you can see, my pillow's firming up there, which is what I wanted. And then this part is still inside out, so you're just gonna flip it around. Again, making sure you're pushing out those corners. And there we go. There's your back part there. The pillow even got a makeover. Looks a little more plumper now. There you go.
So I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that it brought you some inspiration to maybe look around your home and see what you can use to refresh pretty much any space in your home. I know that's what I did. I remembered I had this fabric left from when our daughter and son-in-law got married. It was the leaf fabric, and pretty much what I had at home, I covered almost all of the pillows. I only had to buy a yard more of this same leaf pattern fabric to cover a couple more of our pillows. And those Toucan pillows, I found them for only $5 at Wal Mart. So again, I hope this gives you some inspiration to look around your home and see what you can reuse to refresh a space. And I know I still need a few more items for our porch, such as some lights and an outdoor rug, but I know that I will buy that, later on down the road. I just really wanted to refresh our back porch, being that Mother's Day is right around the corner. And speaking of Mother's Day, my friends, if you're a mama, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. And if you're not a mama, definitely enjoy your time with your mom. And I know there's different circumstances, whatever they may be. Just enjoy the day, celebrate yourself, and love those around you. I thank you all so much for watching this video, and I definitely encourage you to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up if you like this content, and please remember to hit those bell notifications. It definitely helps support and grow my channel. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye bye now.